I recognize that there is a sense that you spoke about it as creating the theology after the fact. I would agree with you that there were a variety of reasons why people voted in 2003 to give consent to the consecration of the bishop elected in New Hampshire. I think your experience here in the election and consecration of Mark Lawrence would tell you the same thing, that people voted to consent or not to consent for a wide variety of reasons. I don't know that we can produce a theology of the church based on that experience. People are coming to conclusions about the possible sanctity of same-sex relationships out of their experience, out of seeing the gifts of the Spirit in people of the same gender who happen to live together in a committed relationship. People are coming to that conclusion out of their experience of clergy who are self-identifiably oriented toward relationship with people of the same gender, person of the same gender. And out of that experience, people are beginning to reread Scripture and to ask questions about things that we've tended to see in only one way over the centuries. The story of David and Jonathan is a story that we've seen as male friendship. At the same time, there in the Scripture, David loved Jonathan with a love surpassing women. What does that mean? What does that mean? I think people of good faith are trying to understand what that might mean, and people are coming to different conclusions about that. I full well recognize that. Bishop Cox. I don't know Bishop Cox, nor do I know his wife. We live in the midst of a hierarchical system that says these are appropriate behaviors and these are not appropriate behaviors. And that when bishops do things outside their own dioceses, other bishops who may hold jurisdiction in those other places have the right to protest. And that's what's happened. You or I cannot remove to another part of the Anglican Communion without clarity about how we're doing that. That actually was one of the issues that came up at the first Lambeth Conference. We still haven't completely sorted it out. I continue to be fascinated at how the same issues are still present in the communion that were present in 1867 and 68. If a member of the clergy of this church suddenly says, well, I'm going to go be a member of the diocese in the Seychelles, unless there is consent between the two bishops and entire clarity about the mode of transfer, we don't have a way to recognize that. I believe that that's what's happened in the case of Bishop Cox.